Dr. Oznal had a plan to use the powers of animo radiation to control people's minds, make them docile but emotionless. I tried to stop him. A cloaked soldier with a key destroyed my power cells while I was distracted. Oznal worked on my suit so he knew the exact electromagnetic frequencies I can't see. I bolted away from him and narrowly managed to escape, but my suit barely functions and I have to hide.
Evening, Doctor. One psychologist you hired has recently confirmed that the dog trials were effective.
Well, how excellent. I first thought the faceless destroying my first mind control blast was a setback, but now that I've been thinking more logically, I feel so much more composed.
Wait, you don't mean you've already used the experimental emotional control software? We weren't going to release it until weeks after we took control. It's not ready.
Well, nonsense. I can confirm it works fine. Without emotions clouding my judgment, I have found new strength. Working hard always becomes difficult for humans after a short time. Do you know why that is, Blake?
Sir, we're exhausted. We don't have any more energy.
What an incredibly human response. Our body is not where we fail. No, we are far more resilient than that. Our mind is unfortunately where we falter. As humans are mere monkeys who become infatuated with shenanigans and entertainment. Humans are too busy with social media to care about solidifying our presence among the stars. We have so much potential. I have stripped myself of weakness. Now rejoice. I am offering you an out.
Doctor, I'm afraid of what you're becoming. I think we've made a mistake.
Do you think you have a choice? I am not going to let a disobedient child have its way.
Where am I? Who are you?
You're in my lab. I tracked you down by your ammo radiation signature. It seemed pretty weak. Honestly, I thought it was just a discarded energy cell.
So that's what you're trying to do? You're trying to take the little bit of power I have left, keeping me alive?
No. Honestly, in our current situation, I'd love to just sit and have a talk.
Wait a minute. Has Oznal released the mind control blast? How long have I been out?
No. I believe he's getting the last shipment of animo radiation, then he will. No need to worry though, because this lab has a radiation blocking lining that will protect us from the sleeper waves. I've been tracking animo radiation signatures for a while. I was there that day.
What day?
The day Chris Willis the day he passed away.
Why do you know his name?
It's a lot to explain, but you need to avenge your friends. You need to make things right for Chris.
So I'm sorry, Chris.
Listen, I know what you're capable of. We can do this.
Stop. Just stop. You don't think I want to. If I had even a fraction of a chance of doing that, Oznal would have stopped me already.
so we haven't lost all hope yet. You were one of the first people Arsenal used the sleeper waves on, and look at you. It didn't even work.
How do you know that?
Oh, it's just government records and other recordings.
Those are classified as hell. I'm not sure how you have that information. Are you like a tech wizard or something?
I wouldn't go that far, but essentially, yes I am. Oh, also, I gave you a temporary boost to your batteries. Hopefully that'll keep you moving around at human speeds, at least until we can find a more permanent solution.
Well, thanks, but don't get any funny ideas. We're not going to be able to do anything against Osnol.
5 years ago, the United Nations Security Council selected me to be the man who oversees security and coordinates attacks to shut down threats to world peace. I have managed to make minimal progress, and the world remains chaotic. Threats of war are currently imminent, however, we are planning to activate our solution. Animal radiation can be used to mentally render people incapable of making decisions that hurt others. It will be subtle, it won't decide what you can do, but it will make it impossible for one to intentionally harm another. All nations of the world have recently begun to realize the power of animal radiation, and many countries have animal power cells in their possession. I demand that all are securely delivered to my location so we may proceed in the next 48 hours. I realize quite a bit of the population will disagree and try to fight back. I assure you that you can't. I might be your delegate, but I am your protector first. I have to do this whether you people agree or not.
A destructive battle has broken out between Dr. Ozenolt's android and the US military. Within 2 minutes, the android was able to destroy 2,000 military aircrafts and 4,000 armored vehicles, including tanks, artillery, and Humvees. The US has since retaliated.
Hey, you alright, big guy?
I told you. It's useless to fight Osnol. Look what his android did in a few minutes.
Come on, don't be like that. You beat him before, remember?
Yeah, before, I had Animo energy, and not a car battery for power.
Well, analyzing your drained power cell has given me enough insight to not only upgrade your suit, but also hopefully get the power running again. All we need now is to actually find some animal energy.
Yeah, like that's easy. I'm sure they're all heavily guarded.
Yup, it's gonna get worse since after today we can't leave this building until it's showtime. Dr. Arsenal is creating his new world today. Luckily, we can fix it once we get out of here. I can track animal signatures, and there are thousands of locations with animal power cells. Security will be low since he believes he has control over the whole world.
Yeah, but if a threat's called in, he's gonna have the Shatterstorm android there in a second.
Yeah, it's quite the issue. But I actually got my hands on one of those black hole grenades you used on Chris all those years ago.
I'm not optimistic, man. I'm just being honest.
We'll come up with something. We're all this planet has left.
Stop. Stop making me do this.
What's the big deal? Don't you want to save the world?
Of course I want to, but it's always about me. I'm always the center of this, and this has been going on for so long. You know what? I'm just done with it, man.
Listen, maybe this is just life's way of giving you a second chance. For all the bad you've done.
That's exactly my point. I used to be fighting for the wrong side. You really think me, of all people, should be doing this?
I'm sorry, but you can't sway me. Hey, hope? That's what makes us human. You with me?
Soldier, you're exactly who I was looking for. Tell me, what is humanity's purpose?
to survive and give our legacy.
Perhaps we should survive. After all, that's the only way to make progress, but legacy? Why would you focus on such an irrelevant thing? The prospect of leaving a legacy is about creating an emotional response that humankind enjoys. And Anthill works so efficiently because every member of the group knows the part they should play, so they work towards that task without fail. Ants would never concern themselves with something like legacy, and despite their low-level intelligence, they are found worldwide.
So, I guess it's a distraction?
Of course it is. Don't you see? Our domain should stretch across the galaxy with all the time that we've had to progress. If only we had a true worker ants instead of idiots stumbling in the darkness of their own emotional turmoil. Yes, I'm sure if that was our past, we would rule the cosmos.
Well, sir, the discontinuity suit is going to be ready in the next couple hours. Our first subject died, but the second subject passed, and it'll be ready in time.
Excellent.
That shipment should be here any minute now. There's something you need to know before we get started. The sheer amount of kinetic energy your suit will generate is practically infinite. Your power reacts to the extent of your will.
Kinda already knew that, man.
Well, I'm reminding you because if you let yourself get mentally defeated out there, or if you forget what you're fighting for, it's all over.
I don't like what you're...
I know. It's just, you seem unsure of yourself.
I know what I'm fighting for. I'm not gonna mess up.
Oh, shit, that was it.
Game on.
Damn.
You gotta get that power cell going.
I'm working on it.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Let's go.
All right, come here.
All right.
Just give me 1 second.
Yep.
All right, give it a shot.
Oh, groovy.
Why am I alive?
We don't want to hurt you. You got a family to go back to.
Family. That's an outdated term. I don't know what love is. We don't know what love is. You haven't been synchronized.
Jesus. Don't put this on yourself, Rick. Dr. Arsenal, it's his fault. He's the psychopath.
This isn't the time or the place. We gotta get going, all right?
You should be almost 100% charged by now. I'm basically useless in a brawl, so Shatterstorm's gonna be up to you. All I can do is provide support from back here, alright?
Sounds good to me.
What's going on, Sid?
He appears to be rapidly absorbing information and analyzing your fighting patterns.
He's predicting everything, even your location.
I get it. Any ideas before I get killed?
Just one, and it's not gonna be easy to execute.
Well, it's not like I have a ton of options.
He relies on being able to predict your moves, but his consciousness was born of an AI, and yours was born a human being.
Randomness and creativity are not easy for a machine to understand or predict. Use that to your advantage.
Rick Murphy, you're such a pain in my ass, but you were valuable to me once.
What the hell are you talking about?
Every aspect of your life. I've always been in control. It was all designed by me.
Shut up and die!
The terrorists who kidnapped you remember how their origins were completely unknown and they had the most advanced technology on the Earth? It's because I was funding them and providing highly classified technology.
Then tell me, was it you who had Paige, my wife, killed?
Of course! I needed you to fight for our cause to end all violence. Showing you how monstrous humanity could be was part of that process.
You bastard. Why the hell are you telling me all of this now?
It's quite simple, actually. Clearly you don't want to help me anymore, so I just need to expose those vulnerable human emotions and enrage you. It'll make you predictable and all the more easy to kill.
I'll kill you, you heartless monster!
That's the spirit. Good is objective. Good is saving great numbers of lives statistically. Good isn't affected by the bias of love. I killed her to save billions. The old you would understand.
The old me wasn't a monster like you.
But you were. Do you remember all the people you killed to this day? Do you remember how you tried to pull off this plan? You were so hasty I had to send Chris to stop you. You know, I really thought that you, of all people, would understand. Evil is gone in my new world.
Shut up! You manipulated me! I lost my humanity. You never had any.
Humanity? Define that. Do you mean a state of emotional being? Such buffoonery emotions are useless. Useless, useless!
I hate you. You're so far gone, you can't even see the light anymore.
Shut up. It's time for you to die.
This armor can only be damaged by Animo weapons. Damn you!
Up until now, you've been ragefully pressing forward. I didn't expect this.
There's no way I'm letting you beat me.
Why's that?
The citizens of Earth are shelled out, just like I was. I know the emptiness they must feel.
Love is nothing but an illusion in the way of progress.
There's something you're either too stupid or too heartless to understand. Not all of humanity is steered by raw emotion. Some of us are in a world of pain but choose righteousness regardless. That is called stoicism.
How did that hit me?
Yeah, well, your teleportation module needs to be connected to all of space-time, making it pretty easy to fuck with. But what do I know? I'm just some hack with an internet connection.
You'll regret this.
No, we won't. Even after I shut down your animal mind control, I'm still gonna look after the citizens of Earth. This mission's not over for me.
Hell yeah, dude. Well said. Come on, I'll meet you back at home base.